Hi guys, how's it going? How's everybody doing? So, I finally got my June minis done, and really, I feel like I'm ahead of schedule. It's only the 23rd, and I get it. Like, this is only a thing that I put on myself. Uh, I just, my goal is to just get them done before the end of the month. So, yeah, so I actually pretty proud of myself. I actually made 19 of these. One of them is a gift for a friend, so I'm listing 18 in my shop. I usually do right around probably 24 or so. These are a little bit larger than I normally do, but I feel like they're still, basically a mini size. So I did these with file folders, with the legal size hanging file folders, and I just, published a video of how I folded those and to make these covers. So yeah, so I wound up doing some collaging and stuff on all of them, and just really played around with using up some ephemera type of stuff, like some tickets and little green stamps and things like that. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy with them, and I really tried to grunge these up. I did a lot of inking on them, and the biggest reason for that was because I really wanted to use some of this super old kind of grungy quilt top that I was gifted by Karla. So yeah, so when I made these closures, and I just wanted that to kind of jive, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm super excited about these, and used up a whole bunch of tags that I've made and just stuffed them all a little bit differently. They have all got at least a few of my collage tags, but then I used up some other stuff too that is kind of fun. So, and I want to show you a couple things that I've been doing, and maybe another item I might be listing in my shop. So let's do a flip through, and yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, so I figured out the buttonholer on my sewing machine, and I think I'm going to try to do a video to show you guys how to use the buttonhole attachment on your Brother sewing machine. Well, obviously they make tons of different machines, but the one that I have anyway, I figured out how to use it. It wasn't hard. It's just that I had never used it before, so on that particular machine. So I thought it would be kind of helpful to show you guys how to use it. So anyway, so yeah, big, pile of yumminess on the desk. So let me move these to the side, and we'll do a flip through. I always choose number 1. Let's just choose a random. Let's choose a random one. Okay, scooch, scooch. And then when I show them, a lot of times I show them out of order, and I think I should try to show them in order. So let's choose, let's just do this one, number 15, okay? So the backs are, I didn't do much embellishing as far as, images and stuff on the backs. Some of these oversized flowers that I used, I wrapped it around onto the back, but so aren't those fun, those little closures? So yeah, so I did a button, a vintage button. So this is just that scrappy trim, okay, and I actually stitched it onto the journal so it won't get lost. And then I used some kind of, I tried to choose like a pretty vintage button for each one, and then of course did the buttonhole. So and those are really sturdy, and I stitched the buttons on with upholstery thread, so it really should be pretty sturdy. And this will just kind of soften up over time, and if you wind up filling this really full, it'll, you can do it. If you wind up having to move the button, there is a little bit of extra space, so anyway, so yeah, so here's the front. some washi tape, and I did do some kind of a label on the front of each one. And then these wound, you know, these are the ones where I wanted to have a pocket on the front and the back. So this way you can use some like oversized stuff in your journal, or just store it in there. Like, I thought it would be kind of cool if you wanted to use this as like a kind of like as a glue book, or even as like a smash book or something. And that way you can just tuck a whole bunch of stuff into that front pocket, and then you actually have more space in the pocket. So I just put, you know, something in there just to show you that it is actually a pocket. And then you've got a pocket, a pretty healthy pocket on the front inside, and also on the back. So I used up a bunch of these little like divider cards that I have. I thought these ones were kind of cool. These are like a little folder, little file folder. So I just had a whole bunch of those. So I start just tucking random things into these. Some images that, oops, there was only supposed to be one of those. Some images that I've printed off of, you know, public library and that kind of stuff. So this is the thing that I was thinking I would add to my shop. I was thinking I would start taking orders for the Rolodex card. So I've got 3 different like shapes, and I've been cutting them. And so I was thinking about offering them like in a craft paper, and then maybe, you know, just like in a cream or something just to start. And then maybe on down the road I could do it like scrapbook paper, that kind of thing. But so I'm doing them in different sizes. So anyways, if that's something you think you might be interested in, let me know, because I'm thinking I would do that in like a made to order listing. So like you would order it and the number you want and the size, and then I would go ahead and just make them for you. So but yeah, so in the journal, atlas pages, lots of nature stuff, some kids pages. Found these little bags at Hobby Lobby the other day, and I thought they were really pretty. Some tracing paper. It's like a greeting card. Some old like computer, like printer paper. Birds. Just some cream color 24-pound copy paper here. Flowers. This is onion skin paper. Interesting thing about onion skin. So back in the day, you know, people used to actually write letters to each other, and people really liked using the thin onion skin paper because it was so thin that you could, you know, you could write 10 pages of a letter and still fold it up and stick it into a regular size envelope. So that was part of the reason that people used to really like that thinner onion skin paper. Save on space. And I pulled pages from one of my favorite botanical books, some tea-dyed paper, another greeting card. So this is one of the other little, so then I was thinking I could do those little Rolodex cards, you know, in teeny size. So this is like 1.5 inches wide. And that, so in the, I did a little envelope in the center of each one. And I just added some of these little tags, and then some of those Rolodex cards. And then I'll show you one other thing that I'm thinking about maybe doing. And I might toss in a selection of these with each one of these journals, just so you guys can get like a little sample. But I've been doing some little tabs, and in different sizes and shapes and stuff. So yeah, so lots of fun stuff in here, lots of usable space, really nice papers, nice heavy kids book. This is like a music book. In my avocado paper, and also my coffee dyed and tea dyed paper, I do use 24-pound paper, so it's heavier than, you know, just regular copy paper. It's just a lot more durable, I think. And this is actually vintage graph paper from the neighbor. And then I pulled apart one of my Edith Holden books. This is the Nature Notes one. Some handmade paper, some really pretty stationery. So, and then, you know, some stuff in the back. So this is the other shape of Rolodex card that I'm thinking about doing. This is actually one of the original cards from the other style. So yeah, so I just, you know, tucked in some random things into these pockets. So not everyone has the same stuff in them, right? Okay, and then, you know, it just buttons back up. Okay, so this is number 15. So let me kind of, I'm going to try to show these in order. So this is number 1, and it's got a big rose on the front, or that might be a peony. I think it's a peony actually. And there's the back, just tag. So, and then this one has the ball chain on the tag. So I'm not going to open them all up, but you know, you can see each one in the listings. There's 10 pictures of each journal. So this is number 2. It's got a big mushroom. Well, let me show you. It's got a big mushroom on the front. And I love how the ink came out on these. I re-inked my pad, and then I just went super generous with the ink around the edges, and then I used a baby wipe and just kind of, you know, pushed it around just to give the whole thing sort of a, like a patina almost. So that's number 2. And number 3, this one's got like a little paper ruffle and some roses, really nice little tag. There's the back, and I love this quilt top. It's so cool. I was able to keep a lot of the hand-stitched quilting, the little bows, you know. So that's number 3. Number 4, this one also has a rose, and some other floral stuff, and some ephemera. Really pretty button on that one. I love shank buttons. Meaning the kind that just have the loop on the back that you stitch on. I don't really have a thing for them. They make great charms too. So this is number 5, another big mushroom on that one with kind of a Celtic style label, and then there's a tag in there and some other stuff. So some of, you know, when you get these, a little bit of it is kind of a surprise, right? You know, I think that's kind of the fun of it. There's a nice big tag in this one with a tulip, and then some roses on the front with some green stamps. Pretty quilt. Another rose, some stamps, a label, a shipping label. Look at that pretty metal flower button. So I love this quilt top. It's so pretty. It's just neat to be able to repurpose that stuff. I mean, look at it. It's just super, it's just really old and like threadbare, that fabric, you know. So I mixed it in with some of my other quilt tops that are a little bit newer. Oh, this is number 8. Sorry. That was 7 I showed you just a minute ago. This one's number 9. And again, some green stamps. There's a little Edith Holden, like daisy on the front. Tuck that back in. There's the back. This one has some charms on the tag. Number 10. Some stamps. I love the, you know, the inside of the envelopes, security envelopes. It's kind of a purpley sort of vibe on that one. This is number 11. It's another big label right there. Some roses, washi tape, old book pages, ledger. Yeah, number 11, number 12, some pretty bluebells, some postage stamps, a nice Denison label, lots of ledger paper on the back of this one, big tag with a rose. So it's such a cool size. I don't know. I like the way that these came out. I like the size. So this is number 13. There's an old ticket. You can see the ledger paper just kind of poking through here and there. And I put a little quote on here. Number 13. Number 14. This one's got a big fussy cut image of a rose. The little label, some old stamps, washi tape. Love the ledger coming through. See? So cool. And I don't always trim all my threads, so you might find some loose threads. If you don't like them, just trim them off. Number 15. This one has another little quote on it. A big shipping tag. I'm smelling something in here. It smells like really strongly like flowers. I wonder if it's my flowers. Number 16. I think this is one of Tracie Fox's labels. I did some postage stamps and then some authentic ration stamps on here. Oh, they smell really strong. It's kind of cool. This number 17. It's got a big, can't really see. I know I should be opening these, but just to save time I haven't been, because you can see them all in the listings. And you get used to doing the button, I mean, it's not the most simple way to close a journal up, but you get used to it, and it's secure that way too. Number 18, put a little love stamp on there and big label. Some charms on the tag. Oops, it's stuck on a thread. And collaging and stuff on the tags. So, okay. So those are my monthly minis for June. And I almost was going to call them middies, because they're kind of mid-size. But, I didn't want to confuse anybody. So, yeah, they're kind of like a grande as opposed to a venti. All right. I just love how it looks when they're all on the table like that. It just looks so cool. All right, so let me just show you real quickly the little, I just stuck them in this box. So these are actually a mini size tag or tab. So I've been cutting these, and so these would just be little tiny tabs for mini journals. And so those, and I'm going to add a few of these in to each one of these journals. And then this tab, it's a little, see, it's just like, it's a little bit different shape than the one you get from the We Are Memory Keepers punch. But, and then I shrunk it. So, little small tabs. And you can just staple them on or glue them on or whatever. And if you're careful, you could even, stitch them on with your sewing machine. And then this is the other style. Wait, that one's kind of fuzzy. And these are all cut with, on their craft paper. So, and then this one's got, it's kind of like a little, like that. So I'll add some of these into to each of these little journals. I'll put some in a glassine bag for you. Yeah, so if you like those, let me know. I'm thinking about maybe offering them in my shop. So, yeah, I thought they could be fun. And you could even, we could even do different options of different sizes too, like extra large ones or, smaller or whatever. So anywho, let me know what you think, and give me a thumbs up on the video if you liked what you saw. And yeah, so these will be listed as soon as the video publishes. Yeah, and thanks for all your support, you guys. I really do appreciate you. And I will see you again soon. Okay, bye for now.